Hello, I'm Minna. I'm coming to you from Finland, and I welcome you to this little corner of internet of mine. I'm so happy that you are here, and let's just sit and knit for a while together. I missed my last week's episode because on Friday, when I usually publish my video and film it, I left for this event, this knitting event, which is absolutely something I love in the Finnish summer. I've been to this knit fest for I think this was my third or fourth time. I think it was my third time. I think it was the fourth time it was arranged. It's called Folkia ja Villa, which basically means folk music and wool. And I love there's always live performances, which I actually forgot to film, or I didn't manage to get to film them this year because I was holding some workshops about sticking and different methods of starting and finishing and knitting a knit. So I was listening to the music, but I didn't get to film it this year, which was a shame because it was such a lovely atmosphere, people knitting there together, listening to the music, and obviously it rained. I think I caught a cold actually because I was having a cup of coffee with my son who came from Helsinki to the event, and we met up there and we were having a cup of coffee and it started pouring down rain and my cardigan was outdoors and it got soaked. So I didn't get to put it on, and that was the only long sleeved woolen thing I had with me. So I think I caught a bit of cold, and that's why I thought I'll film this video now. So if I go down with the cold during the week, I don't miss another episode. What I'm wearing at the moment is actually I have my dress underneath, but I have this lovely cardigan, which is a cardigan I always throw on when I'm a bit chilly in the mornings. I made it last year during our 24-hour knitting tourney. We had it first time last summer, so we just started knitting 3 p.m. and we just went on for 24 hours online. People different sides of Finland, and not everybody stayed there for the whole 24 hours, but people kept popping in, popping out, and it was just so nice. We had a few people going through the night, myself included, but I must admit this year I was napping a bit because I was so tired. So I had to close my eyes for a bit and just listen to the people talking. So last year I knitted this cardigan, which is quite long. It's about knee length, and the wool is not it's not that good. Do I say good? It's not that good quality, and after I washed it, it's a bit felted. Not felted, but still a bit felted, and it looks horrible. But you know, the coziest things that you can just keep wearing and wearing, even though they look a bit rough. And this year, I actually knitted this vest, which was sort of a beginning of my vest era. It's made of scraps. I bought. There was this Finnish company called the Myssyfarmi, who had grannies knitting hats. I have a few of their hats, and I have their yarn because I absolutely love the Finnish wool. You can smell it. And this is made out of scraps that I bought from their final sale. They just stopped selling this year. So I bought these from the final sale, and I thought I'll make a cardigan, a long cardigan. But I think I have My needle size is a bit too small. I think I had size 8 or 9 needles, and this is a chunky yarn, so I could have gone for a bigger needle, and then I would have had enough the scraps. But I have some of the scraps left, but I think they're different colors. Like here I had to replace the white with the grey one, and I thought it started looking a bit mucky, so I thought I'll finish it there. And it's sort of a short-sleeved cardigan, or a vest should I say, and it's just the beginning of my vest era. I don't know what I'll knit next year when we have, I think we'll have the 24-hour knitting festival then as well. So now I'm knitting socks, and I think because we've had a really chilly summer in Finland, and I think that's why I'm sort of looking forward and leaning towards the autumny knits. I don't think if not very knitting the summer knits anymore, even though it's just gone mid-July, which would be or should be the warmest weather we have. But now I've been knitting socks, or maybe it was because I'm due to coming down with the cold. But I started these on our trip to the festival. It was my sort of a festival knit, should I say, and I just finished the first one this morning, so I didn't manage to do it during the festival because I was knitting something else as well. And I've just started the second one, so I'm going on the second sock syndrome. I start from the beginning with the Turkish cast on, and then I make the increases until the sock is wide enough, and then I've made it myself on top of my head. There's no pattern included in these. The heel is Flegel heel, which is my favorite heel pattern when you start from the bottom up. Is it bottom up? When you start from the toe. And I made the Flegel heel, and I just made some knit one, purl one, or knit through the back loop, purl one on the back of the sock, because the heel would have been too wide, or the ankle would have been too wide if I didn't do something there which sort of pulls it back on my foot, because my feet are that shaped. I have quite small heels, but I like doing the knit one through the back loop and purl one on top of the heel, because it sort of pulls it back quite nicely, and I think it fits my feet better. These socks are also made from the same wool. As you can see, the purple one is the same yarn, so they're made of Finnish wool, and I quite like them. I think I'm sort of ready for autumn now. My feet are a bit funny shaped. They are narrow at the actual foot, but I have quite a wide ankles, and I have some swelling in them, so they need to be wider on the ankle. And I have quite a small heels, so like here for the French heel, my heel flap is quite a lot shorter. I think 2/3 of normal length. It's longer when you do the Flegel heel, but it fits different than the French heel, so I always vary the sock patterns which I use. But I'm going to tell more about the knits I've made since the last video on my next one, and now I'm going to take you on a little journey that we had at the Knit Festival, folk music and wool. On our way to the festival, we just found out before we went that the fair, the children's fair, or is it children's fair, but the fair is not coming to our town this year because of the expenses and all the economical situation that's going on at the moment, that they can't afford to make a stop in our town, and they cancelled it. And I've been telling to my 9-year-old that this is going to be the one day that we are going to spend our money on this summer, and we've sort of managed to escape everything else, all the circus and all the fun things that usually tour around Finland. And when she's been seeing the adverts, we've just said that no, we're going to go to the fair when it comes, and now they cancelled, and she was really sad. So we thought that on our way to the event, we toured around this. I don't know how to describe it really. It's a small market, a shop that's grown into the huge thing. And the person who owns it, it's such a visionary that he wants to make everything big. So in the middle of nowhere, there's this huge shop that you can go to. And it's a sightseeing point. People travel there from all over Finland. They travel there just to see it because it's something so odd. And they have this free carnival for under 13-year-olds. And you can actually get an adult ticket for a child parent as well. So we went to the carnival and we had a lovely day. And I actually overcame all my fears of heights. I have a simple method that my friend has been telling me to use. And I went to the wheel. What is it called? Sightseeing wheel? What is it called? Wheel of torture, maybe. I don't know. But I went for the wheel, and it was lovely. All the views up there that you could see. It was a bit windy day, so the carriages were a bit shaky, but it was lovely. We went there with my husband and my child and had a blast. She said it was the best day of the summer, so it was well worth going there this year. Then we carried on our journey to the festival. It's a small festival also in the Finnish countryside, and it's so beautiful. There's all sorts of different kinds of crocheted and knitted and several kinds of ornaments made the place beautiful. And it's always nice to see what people have come up with this year. And I think it's my favorite thing, just to look around and see what's going on. The day was really lovely. As I said, I was teaching some workshops and I had fun meeting people, chatting with people, knitting with people, and I just enjoyed myself the whole day, even though it was a bit chilly. And also seeing my son and his girlfriend for after a while, it was really nice. Meet up with them as well. this day. It was just a 1 day event, which is also nice because all these events are so draining when they last for several days. And we came back home yesterday and now we are just knitting at home. I'm glad you joined me for this day of making lovely things, and we could just sit and knit for a while together. I hope that this little corner of the internet is something you'd like to come back to, and if you do, please subscribe for the channel, and I'll see you in the next video where I'm going to tell you more about the knits I've actually been making during the last few weeks. See you soon, and I hope you find a joy of knitting in every day. Bye.